Okay, so welcome to today's biology class. It's going to be short because we're going to answer only one question. The question says, figure 1 shows changes which take place when a plant is placed in a solution of non-concentration from stage 1 up to stage what? 3. So it shows us the stages that are there. Okay, so it shows us the stages that are there from stage 1 to stage what? To stage 3. So they're telling us part A to identify the parts of the plant labeled A and what? And B. So labeled A, that there is just the cytoplasm. That's the cytoplasm. And then B, this big structure here, that is in the center of this cell, is just the vacuum. Okay, so those are the two parts, A and B. And then next, they're telling us using the changes shown in figure 1, explain what could have been the concentration of the solution in which the cell was placed compared to the cell, compared to the what? To the cell sap. So they're asking us to explain what could have been the concentration of the solution in which the cell was placed compared to the cell sap. So from stage 1 towards this to stage 3, we see that after being placed in the what? In the solution, this cell, we see that the cytoplasm begins to pull away from what? From the cell wall. So we see that the structure of these organelles begin to what? To move away from the cell wall as the what? As the vacuum begins to what? To shrink. So the vacuum begins to shrink. So that means that the vacuum is what? Is losing what? Is losing water. So this means that it was placed in a what? In a hypertonic solution, which is a solution that has more what? More solutes. So it has more solutes than what? Than solvents, hence causing the water or the solvents that are in the cell sap to move from the what? From the cell sap and out of what? Out of the cell. Hence causing this at stage 3, you see, to what? To shrink or to move so far away from the what? From the cell wall. Okay, next they're saying what term is given to the process that led to the changes shown in figure 1 from stage 1 to 4. So the term given is plasmolysis. So this is a process in which the cell is placed in a hypertonic solution, which is a highly what? Concentrated solution, which makes the water in the cell to come out and leave the cell. Okay, so it was placed in a plasmo. So the term for the process which takes place from stage 1 to what is plasmolysis. And then when the cell is placed in this concentrated solution, it makes it loses water because the solution is highly concentrated. So now, in order to balance up the concentration gradient, we see that water moves, or these solvents will move from this part, the vacuum, which has more of the solvents into what? Into the solution, which has more of the solutes, in order to what? To balance up the concentration. Okay, so next, telling us what would be the overall effect of this process on the plant. So the overall effect of this process on the plant will cause the plant to just wilt. So will cause the plant to wilt. Okay, next the question is, which of the three stages of the cell in the figure 1 could be classified as turgid? So turgid is when the cell is what is firm. Okay, so according to these stages we have, the one which could be classified as turgid is at stage 1. So at stage 1, that's when it's turgid. Last question says, name 2 other processes which can make substances to move into and out of the cell. So other 2 substances include diffusion, and the other one includes active transport. Active transport. So these are the other processes that can cause substances to move in and out of the cell. Okay.